The ongoing counteroffensive by Ukraine against Russian forces will be difficult, and the cost of the operation to retake territory is likely to be high. On Friday, Ukrainian military officials reported progress along the front line in a number of locations. The attacks by Ukraine has started, and they are moving steadily forward. This is a very challenging battle. It's going to be a very time-consuming and expensive fight because of how violent it is. Given that the war was a marathon, rather than a sprint, Kyiv required both immediate and long-term support. Despite Russia's initial losses, Ukraine continued to have sufficient firepower to launch its counteroffensive. Military analysts believe that decisive battles are still to come in the Ukrainian counteroffensive, which is still in its early stages. In two significant pushes in the south, Ukraine has so far reclaimed at least 7 communities and about 72 square kilometers of land. Despite intense fighting and the Russian army's superiority in aviation and artillery, Ukrainian troops are making progress. The key test of Ukraine's offensive, however, is still to come because Ukrainian forces have not yet reached the most robust Russian defensive positions, which are located some distance from the front line. An attack force consisting of 12 brigades with 1,000 troops each, most of which were newly imported Western armored vehicles, is thought to have been prepared by Kyiv. Despite Russian President Putin's admission that his army lacks drones and missiles, Russia has intensified its bombing campaign recently. The real trials of Kyiv's counteroffensive after a week of intense fighting lie ahead, with Ukrainian troops a few miles from Russia's prime defensive line, and the majority of the forces ready for the push still on alert. From the boundary of western Russia all the way to the occupied Crimea on the Black Sea, Russia has set up thousands of defensive positions, including landmines, anti-tank ditches, and rows of asphalt. According to military analysts, Ukraine, which has the majority of its counteroffensive forces waiting in the wings, can keep an eye on where Moscow commits troops to fortify its defenses and launch attacks in weaker defenses, such as the east.